guys! Welcome to this week's Monday Bites. I'm Vivian Chan and happy Halloween. I know I'm a little early and I'm clearly dressed up for the occasion. I wanted to set you guys up for the big day tomorrow with some festive sips and bites. First of all, can you guys guess what I am? If you do, please write comments below and Sarah will let me know at the very end. I hope you guys get it because I worked really hard to make this. I did this myself. Okay, first things first. So, I wanted to make sure you guys had a good snack, a hearty snack, and I love deviled eggs. So why not make rotten eggs? Rotten, they're not really rotten. We're gonna start off by hard-boiled eggs, similar to this. Let me move my big old bowl of water out of the way. And then what you're going to do after it cools, I would cook these a little under the regular time. So if it's like 7 minutes for a hard-boiled egg, I would cook it to about 5. You don't want them to overcook because they do continue to cook after you take them off the water. And then shock them in an ice bath. Ice bath is just ice and water. And that's to prevent that green sulfuring, that really stinky. So what you're gonna do is crack them, just like this. I did it to the rest of them. This will create something like this, which I'm gonna show you how I did that. You're gonna drop them into some warm water. Great tip for you guys, use a Ziploc bag, a big one, because you don't wanna stain your pretty bowls at home. Then you're gonna add some white distilled vinegar, similar to Easter. I use some black, black liquid food coloring. That's it. We're like 5 seconds in, I'm already died. You're gonna stir that up, and then you're gonna gently drop them in. You can also use gloves for this part. If you don't wanna, oh my goodness, stain. This is also a great activity for the kids. Then you're gonna drop them in, let them hang out overnight. This method is called the tea egg. It's very popular in Chinese tea eggs. They actually use soy sauce and spices, and it's very flavorful. Check the internet for recipes. So we're gonna let this hang out. When you're removing them, take them out, use gloves, and then you're going to peel them. I'm not even gonna bother with the gloves at this point because I'm already stained. So they're gonna look like this. They look pretty cool, right? Dinosaur parties, galaxy parties. So they're basically cracked. What you're gonna do, my little spider web. You're gonna peel them. And hey, if you rip them, no worries. They're rotten, they're decaying. Oh my goodness. When you're boiling them, add a little splash of vinegar. It does help with the peeling process. Of course, the one I'm showing you is giving me tons of trouble. Let's try this guy. All right, there we go. So they look spidery and spooky, to be quite frank. So you're gonna peel all of them, because I'm not gonna waste your time. And then you're going to reserve the yolks. And they're gonna look like this. I put them on an egg tray. Look how veiny and spooky that is. Ooh. So then I made a deviled egg avocado mixture. The recipe is in the link. If you're using avocado, just make sure you use lime juice so it doesn't oxidize. Then you're gonna pipe them up. Come on, they're pretty spooky and delicious.
Elizabeth says that she thinks everybody else here should also be in costume in the holidays.
Actually, Elizabeth, everyone is. Just on this side. They're cooking, so they didn't want to catch on fire. Understood. But I think that's a great idea. Ta-da! Look how fun! They're rotten, but these are the only rotten eggs I think you guys should be having for Halloween. I love them. They're like one of my favorite things. Which brings me to my second point. I love sugar. You guys all know that already. We made these poison. These are poison now, from rotten to poison. These are super fun. We have a link to the recipe. It's like a candy apple. Instead of using the red food coloring, we use black food coloring. We also use gel for this one, super saturated. If you guys want to stay away from the whole food coloring thing, I totally understand. Just make bittersweet chocolate and some coconut oil. Make a nice little shell. My favorite is the one that's fully coated. I think it looks super spooky and it will make any evil witch very, very happy. If you want to make mummy or spider webs, just have some melted chocolate, grow crazy and drizzle, or you can use you can cut the corner of a zip top bag and pipe it. So super fun. Oh, If you're staying away from the whole spooky and you want to go for more cutesy, you can dip them into orange, swap out the coloring, and make them into little pumpkins. I use little apples similar to these. These are lady apples, perfect for a princess, right? And these are small Granny Smith. They're great for one little bite and everyone can just have a little snack rather than committing to a huge thing. Now, who's ready for cheese? So, for this cheese guide, I'm going to show you how to make a beer cheese coffin dip. This is just a regular Pullman loaf. I carefully took a serrated, took out the little top, just make a rough estimate of a coffin. I internet searched coffin cartoon and I came up with the shape, so I think it looks like it. You just rip it out and then you're going to trim it. The tip is to make sure you leave a border so your beer cheese doesn't fall out. Watch your fingers. I think this looks like a coffin. And make sure you don't puncture the bottom because then it's not gonna look so great. So similar to this, make a real mess like me, reserve all that and leave it for your dunkers, for your cheese dip. So what you're going to do is take this part, actually take all of it, toast it, don't put it in, put it on a sheet tray. Toast it at 350 until it's a little toasty, it holds the shape a little better. Enter my friend. Say hello, Scully, you're famous. Allison made him super, super cute and he is just ready for the hot cheese bath that he's about to be dunked in. So let's go. What I have here is some simmering beer. And you want to make sure you use a lager, not something too heavy. And what you're going to do, I'm going to show you. I love cheese dips. They're one of my favorite things, but like what's not to love? Unless you don't like cheese, then you can make an artichoke dip. That works too. So you want this to just be simmering, which is this. Simmering means little bubbles, just a little heat, not full boil. Why? Because as much as we love cheese, it's sensitive. It doesn't like to be shocked and then boiled. So what I do is get some grated cheese, coat it in cornstarch. You want to make sure it's fully coated, similar to this. Believe it or not, this is a nice little jacket for the shreds. So then it doesn't get shot, it just mellows out. Like a winter coat during the blizzard or a hot storm. So you're gonna put that in. Again, adjust your heat. Make sure it's nice and gentle. Cream cheese. And you're going to stir. It does take a little bit, but nice and slow. Don't rush the process. Your heat should always be medium-low to low. So you're gonna continue to melt this. And I highly recommend don't add too much salt in the beginning because cheese has salt and you don't want to over season it. So once that melts and it's well combined, we have cheese dip. I also season mine with a little Worcestershire. You can do hot sauce if you like, but this is the consistency that you want. Come on. You don't have to be a fan of Halloween. You just have to be a fan of eating. I am clearly a fan of eating. Okay, so now carefully, Scully, Bones is his other friend, sorry. We'll meet him shortly. Are you ready? Okay, make sure you carefully do it. Okay, 1. He is ready. He's like, yay! Oh my goodness. Everyone's like, yes. Okay. And of course, if you're making this ahead of time, you can just put a little top right there. Are you having a good time? Yes, I am. I love cheese. Okay. So now that we have all these like delicious bites, we need a sip. I have Charlie and JP here, and they're like, come on, lady, give us our drink. It's Halloween Eve, so it's totally fine. So what we're gonna have here, see how I got these cups? They're so easy to make. I just have some corn syrup. Oh my God. Bones, you're kind of a mess, dude. I have some black gel food coloring. If you are doing more of a vampire theme, you can use red. You're gonna dip a little. Ooh, corn syrup is no joke. All right. And you're going to make sure it drips out like that. And you can do this ahead of time and it just continues to drip like this. It's going the extra mile for your friends, but why not? Get you in the festive.
You're getting lots of compliments on your outfit.
I am. Guys, thanks so much. I worked really hard on this. Who knew it took so many pom-poms? It took a lot, and hot glue gun was actually not my friend. I learned a lot about not touching a hot glue gun, but I'm so glad you guys like it. I figured I like sugar and all something. So now let's get the booze going. We are going to make a dark and stormy because our theme is kind of dark. Okay, I can't believe I like stained my finger already. What you're gonna do is add some ginger beer. You can also use ginger ale if you can't find it. Pop that in. Some good old rum, because it's noon.
What kind of rum are you using, Jen?
I'm just using a dark rum because it's dark and stormy, so dark rum works, I think. Some fresh lime juice. And you're gonna bubble, bubble. Boil and trouble, I think. Whew. Guys, if you wanna make a virgin one because you don't want the kitties to get all crazy because they're gonna be sugar high, you can always just omit the rum and add that. Or ginger ale with lime juice, that's fun too. Serve with ice. Ooh. This is super fun, and I hope you guys get oops, sorry, Charlie. I hope you guys get inspired by all of this. Let us know. Hashtag us, Food Network Faves, Monday Bites. I want you guys to have the safest, most delicious Monday Bites and Halloween ever. And remember, Mondays don't have to bite. You just need a bite of something delicious. Bye, guys. Come here. Mmm. Click here for more videos. Click here to subscribe to Food Network and write your comments below.